German developers offer to export agricultural products with no intermediaries using an online platform. Stay tuned for more details. Sanjar Tayjan and his team's project has become one of the best at the Hyperloop port competition by SpaceX. The Abai Cultural Center was opened in Prague as part of the 175th birth anniversary of the great Kazakh poet and educator. Kazakhstan is a bridge between Asia and Europe, said German political and business representatives. German business people plan to expand their participation in Kazakhstan's economy. During the annual meeting of the German Committee on Eastern European Economic Relations, Kazakh Foreign Minister has spoken about the special conditions that Kazakhstan provides for German business. Mukhtar Tleuberde has called on German entrepreneurs to invest into Kazakhstan. These preferences have been told during President of Kazakhstan Kasım-Jomart Tokayev's official visit to Germany.
German business representatives from KNAF, Deutsche Bank, Metro Cash and Carry have been actively involved in its work. In conclusion, I would like to note that today Kazakhstan and Germany are entering qualitatively a new and promising stage of collaboration. I sincerely believe that both sides will make every effort to see these plans to fruition. German business have before them unique and mutually profitable beneficial proposition.
The parties have held discussions on projects in digital transformation and garbage recycling and disposal. German businessmen are also interested in cooperation in transport and logistics.
Und wir sind ja sehr aktiv.
I'm well acquainted with Kazakhstan. We have been working on the Silk Road for a long time. This is an important link between Europe and Asia. 35 trains depart from Duisburg every week. There are many countries between Germany and China. Kazakhstan has a huge potential in transport and logistics. There are projects where we can take part in. We held successful negotiations in Berlin. I have specific projects in infrastructure, transport and logistics. During the meeting in Berlin, the German delegation was led by German Minister of Economic Affairs and Energy Peter Altmaier. They confirmed their participation in the ministerial conference of the World Trade Organization. Kazakh farmers will be able to export agricultural products to foreign markets without intermediaries. German developers plan to launch an online trading platform that will contribute to this process by integrating farmers from all over the world. Foreign experts are ready to accompany the participants and provide all the necessary support. To date, over 70,000 people are using the platform, 80% of whom are living in Europe. The platform allows free registration and information in 10 languages. Thus, the platform integrates farmers and customers from around the world on the single online trading platform.
Export von Agrarrohstoffen zu fördern.
The goal of our visit to Kazakhstan is to introduce this technology at the local level. First, it's necessary to develop European standards in order to make trading operations available to platform users. We can help with this. The platform provides information on the needs of the global market. Most importantly, manufacturers have direct access to foreign customers. To date, the Ministry of Agriculture is actively working on digital transformation of all procedures in the agriculture sector. I believe that, having systematized them, it will be possible to achieve positive results in agricultural development. Secondly, it's important to produce quality goods in order to be in demand. In order to ensure the good quality of the product, it's important to comply with a number of implemented standards.
Global Gaps'ında standartta енгізу болып табылады.
The Eurasian Economic Union has opened new export markets for Kyrgyzstan. However, the membership in the Union requires great responsibility from manufacturers. First of all, they need to adapt their production activities in accordance with the Eurasian Economic Commission, where special attention is paid to quality and safety of the products. At least within the country, we should not only provide conditions, but also we should gradually begin requiring the manufacturers to comply with standards and certain procedures. Experts advise Kyrgyz manufacturers to adopt the best Eurasian practices and make the whole process as transparent as possible.
Товаропроизводитель должен знать, как его товар и
The producers should be responsible for their products when transporting to domestic and foreign markets, specifically complying with quality standards. This process hasn't been properly developed.
Этот процесс у нас как-то не актуализирован.
Experts said that the lack of specialized personnel should be solved as soon as possible. Professionals who know about the chemical or physical properties of the product should work in the market platforms, logistics centers, and quality control laboratories. Tashkent and Dushanbe have started negotiations on joint construction of 2 hydroelectric power stations worth $552 million in Tajikistan. The stations will generate up to 1.4 billion kilowatts per hour of organic electricity exclusively for the needs of Uzbekistan. The parties discussed terms and conditions for equal participation in construction and maintenance of the hydroelectric power stations. The project will contribute to support of the capacity of the single energy system and to creation of new jobs during the joint construction. The construction of the first facility as part of the Central Asia-China gas pipeline project in Tajikistan will be completed this year. Currently, work on the first tunnel is being completed. The construction of other facilities of the gas pipeline started at the same time. The part of the Central Asia-China gas pipeline located in Tajikistan is the longest one. The intergovernmental agreement on the construction of the gas pipeline was signed on September 2003. India offered a soft loan of $1 billion to Uzbekistan for implementation of infrastructural projects. The Indian ambassador to Uzbekistan said that the agreement of $200 million loan entered into force from January 2019. Through the grant assistance, India also offered to support social development projects in Uzbekistan. The main goal of the celebration of Al-Farabi's anniversary is to give a new impetus to studying legacy of the philosopher as well as defining his role in world history and promoting brand. Research conferences are expected to be organized during this year in France, Italy, Jordan, Turkey, China and Syria. Works of the scientist, named as the second Aristotle, have become the world heritage.
Он все-таки путешествовал много в регионе. На Дальнем Востоке, здесь.
He was traveling all around the world, including the Far East. He visited many countries. I think that his approach to life was open and tolerant. His main message was in promotion of the intercultural dialogue and tolerance of human values.
Посыл это то, что все-таки он продвигает межкультурному диалогу, толерантности, человеческой ценности.
We are studying Al-Farabi's legacy with great interest. There is a department dedicated to Al-Farabi at the University of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We will further develop cooperation between the countries in education and science. Al-Farabi authored more than 160 treatises. His ideas became the foundation for many works in philosophy, sociology, mathematics, physics, astronomy, botany, linguistics, and logics. Al-Farabi made a significant contribution to music.
I'm a professional in Qanun instrument, and Farabi improved this instrument a lot to be a good sound.
During the celebration of the scientist's anniversary, the great attention will be paid at the Otrar city, a philosopher's hometown. Otrar will be developed as a tourist destination. In addition, the Al-Farabi Cultural and Historical Center and Museum will be reconstructed in Damascus, Syria. The Al-Farabi Research Expedition will visit the hometown of the philosopher as well as Turkey, Lebanon and Syria. The Abai Cultural Center was opened in Prague as part of the 175th birth anniversary of the great Kazakh poet and philosopher. The center will allow Europeans to learn about the works of Abai Khonanbaylo. The center offers over 1,000 books, including new editions as well as rare copies. The books were brought from Semey. There are also photographs, video and audio tapes of Abai's words of edification in 3 languages.
Есть такая собирательница наследия Абая, Abai, которая...
Almahan has been collecting Abai's heritage for 32 years. She donated all the paintings in her fund to the library. We presented here different periods of Abai's life, including his youth and childhood.
Разные периоды жизни Абая мы тут представили. Юность Абаева, его первые годы, возрождение, там, детство.
This is a copy of the collection of Abai's works from 1909. The rest of the books were published before 1930s. They are valuable because they are authentic. Some of the Abai's works were published for the first time. The center was implemented by the staff of the National Academic Library of Kazakhstan in cooperation with the Czech colleagues. The Abai Center is located in the oldest library in the Czech Republic. Thousands of readers will be able to get acquainted with the works of great Abai. Kazakhstan and the Czech Republic are far away geographically. The Czech citizens are not very familiar with Kazakhstan. I believe that the Abai Center will help Czechs to learn more about Kazakhstan, about Kazakh culture and literature, as well as to get acquainted with great writer Abai Khonanbaylo. It is a great honor for us to host such an event. I'm glad that our libraries have implemented such a project. Members of the Czech Parliament are very curious about Kazakhstan. I am familiar with Abai's works, and I am sure that I will learn more from this exhibition. I definitely plan to visit the Abai Center again when I am free from work. The project of the team, led by the student of the University of Warwick, Sanjar Taijan, was named one of the best at the Hyperloop competition of the American billionaire Elon Musk. Inventors created a project on development of the travel capsule. The team members include engineers, physicists, and business people.
Sanjar takes on a lot of responsibility in order to put together what is actually quite a lot of people together. So even though we're basically individual students and we all have our own timetables, Sanjar has to not only put all of us together so that we all know what tasks we need to do, he also needs to be the person who understands what businesses are thinking, what industries are thinking.
Sanjar's team is building a highly energy-efficient and high-speed capsule. The developers suggested that people and cargoes will be transported at the speed of the sound in the pipeline. It is based on magnetic fields. It will be tested at the aerospace company of Elon Musk. Sanjar's project joined the top 35 projects at the SpaceX Hyperloop competition. The talented Kazakh student sees his future in his homeland.
Да, я связываю, но на данный момент в ближайшие 10 лет я, наверное, планирую тут расти.
Yes, I see my future in my homeland. I plan to develop my projects and self-improve here at least for 10 years. I believe that my future is Kazakhstan. I want to live there with my family. I'm a Kazakh and will always be a Kazakh. I want my projects and developments to help Kazakhstan one day.
Вещи либо проекты когда-нибудь помогли Казахстану.
Sanjar is confident that the Great Silk Road should become a revolutionary project in transportation of cargoes. He will attract international investors to implement innovative projects. Visiting Nomads exhibition was held in Sweden in conjunction with a fashion show of Kazakh traditional clothes. The 75th anniversary of the first fashion academy in Kazakhstan was celebrated in Stockholm. Residents of this Scandinavian country were attracted by the luxurious embroidery made by Kazakh fashion designer Balnur Asanova. The exhibition of cultural and historical heritage of Kazakhstan was organized by the Association of Youth of Kazakhstan in Sweden as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity identity program. The similar events are planned to be held in the capital of Denmark, Copenhagen.